Hi, I'm Simona Leroy. I'm a French expert in child education and the author of the PEAF method, the 4-step method for parents and educators. In this video, I'm going to talk about child self-confidence. In the first part of this video, I'm going to explain you 3 very important principles concerning child self-confidence. In the second part of this video, I'm going to share with you 5 very important, very effective and very simple strategies to rapidly increase your child's self-confidence. So let's start by observing the basic principles of child self-confidence. The first very important principle to know is that there are 2 main blocks on which self-confidence is based on: self-efficacy and self-esteem. Self-esteem refers to who we think we are. For example, I am pretty, I'm clever, I'm generous. And self-efficacy refers to what we think we are able to do. For example, I can overcome my fears. I can walk on the top of a mountain. I can learn very fast, so on. So when your child evaluates himself, he looks on one hand at who he is. If he is loved, if he is important, useful, if he is appreciated at home or in his classroom, if he is a good-looking person. And on another hand, your child also observes what he can do, what he is able to do. Can he draw or write nicely? Can he swim faster than other kids? Can he make his parents happy? Can he reconcile his family? Is he able to do all those things that seem very important to him? The second very important principle you need to know is that self-confidence is not something inborn, innate, is not something set in stone. Self-confidence is the result of a construction. In this construction contribute both major events and ordinary tasks, ordinary small actions, gestures, a won contest, and also parents' complaints. The last very important principle that I would like to talk about is the fact that there is a strong link between fears and self-confidence. Fears are generated by the anticipation that something or somebody may hurt us or put us in danger. A child which has poor self-confidence will tend to be a fearful child. That child does not trust his capabilities, his capacities. He thinks that he is not good enough to handle a difficult situation, so he will develop essentially running strategies. In front of a problem, he will run away from it, he will avoid it. A child with a strong self-confidence will have a healthy sense of caution and he will develop attack strategies. For example, a child with strong self-confidence will fear lions because these animals are dangerous, but he will not fear to speak about them with his teacher. He will not fear to visit them at the zoo. He will not fear to take pictures of lions. Because the child which has a strong self-confidence thinks that he is good enough. He is able to manage this kind of situations. On the other hand, a child which experiments many fears and does not receive enough and proper help from his parents may encounter some traumatic events and can lose his self-confidence. So, in conclusion, our 3 important basic principles are: 1. Self-confidence is based on self-efficacy and self-esteem, on what the child thinks he is, and on what he thinks that he is able to do. 2. Self-confidence is the result of a construction based on both major events and ordinary tasks, ordinary small actions, gestures. 3. There is a strong link between fears and self-confidence. Now let's move to the practical part of this course and let's talk about the strategies to improve your child's self-confidence. The child doesn't know who he is, what his capabilities are, so he uses others, especially his parents, his brothers and sisters, as mirrors. If these persons tell him that he is a good child, that he is a clever child, the child will learn that he is a good person. These good appreciations will increase his self-esteem. If the child is constantly criticized, he will start thinking that he is a bad child, not clever, a troublemaker. In this case, his self-esteem will be very poor. So the child needs to learn good things about his mind and body. He needs to feel loved, but also to feel useful, to feel able to do many things. So, one of the easiest strategies to increase the child's self-esteem is to highlight with realism each day the qualities of the child, his capabilities, his talents, and his skills. Don't lie to him. Be realistic in your affirmations, but focus on your child's positive points. As I told you before, parents are mirrors for a child. The child is very attentive not only to his parents' words, but also to their body language. If a parent says, "Cross that bridge, I know you can do it," but his body is tense and his eyes reflect fear, the child will notice it and he will not feel safe. The attitude of his parents shows him that his father or mother does not truly believe in his capacities to cross safely the bridge. So it is very important that your words and also your attitude show to your child that you trust him. You truly believe in his talents, his capacities, his abilities. Parents, their words and attitude are extremely important in the process of construction of child's self-confidence. Extremely important but not sufficient. Every child needs to test himself. Can I do this or not? Am I able to do this or not? So, another strategy linked to this method of building the self-confidence is to offer to your child each day the opportunity to do something which puts him in a good light. Simple goals, basic tasks he can achieve with little effort. For example, help you in the kitchen or in the garden, help his brother to clean up his room, drawing a new machine to travel around the world, making a special song for his father's birthday, making a perfume for his mother's birthday. Everything that the child can achieve with little effort and puts him in a good light. Parents try to protect their children from all the negative experiences, from all the difficult times. And in some way, they are right. Every child will retain all those moments when he lost, when he was not good enough to succeed. But be careful, because overprotection does not increase the self-confidence of your child. Poor life experiences does not increase the self-confidence of your child. What is increasing the self-confidence are all the difficult situations that the child handles, all the competitions he wins, all the situations which give him the opportunity to be a fighter, a winner. So do not put your child under a glass bell. He needs to work on his fear, on his abilities to overcome difficult situations. Our next strategy is to use all these difficult situations which require time and effort to be overcome. The more difficult the problem is, the more important will be the victory. There are fears that once defeated, there are problems that once resolved give to the child a great trust capital. A trust capital so great, so high, that whatever happens later in life, it cannot corrode the child's self-confidence. A man who was once on the top of Everest will know all his life that he is able to reach the highest point of the world. A child who has once defeated a great monster who has overcome a great fear will know all his life that he is a winner. For those who are interested, I've created a method, the PAF method, which proposes to overcome children's fears in the best and happiest way. You will find the course about the PAF method on my website. All children make mistakes, and all children will remember the failure, the rejection. A punishment will make them afraid to make that mistake again. A punishment will show to the child where the line is between good and bad, right and wrong. But the punishment also teaches the child that he is a bad child, not good enough. He does wrong things. So, in order to increase your child's self-confidence, give him the possibility to mend, to rectify his mistakes. Give him the possibility to do something good, which will show him that even if he has done something wrong, he is still a good child because he can mend, he can rectify, he can do something good. For example, he broke the neighbor's window. He can draw something to tell sorry. He can participate to fix the window. He can do something nice which will please that neighbor and make him forgive him. So, in conclusion, to increase your child's self-confidence, our 5 strategies are: 1. Daily highlight the good things the child does. 2. Trust your child's capacities and pay attention to your attitude, your body language. 3. Offer to your child each day the opportunity to do something which puts him in a good light. 4. Use difficult moments or fearful moments to help the child fight and emerge victorious. 5. Give to your child the possibility to mend, to rectify all his mistakes. We arrived now at the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful, and starting right now, with your help, your child is going to rapidly improve his self-confidence. Please feel free to contact me anytime for further questions.